Hello friends, welcome to the GenAI Tech channel. Continuing the previous series of GenAI, where I mentioned that Python is mandatory prerequisite for the GenAI code development. So I am going to start one Python series from basic to advanced, where we will learn all the basic concept and will create the fundamentals which we will be using in the GenAI code for development. So let's see that what is the agenda for today's session. So the first one is how to install the Python in Windows Mac laptop, how to download Anaconda in Windows Mac laptop. Third one is what are variables and how to find its physical address on RAM. Fourth one is what are assignment operators. Fifth one, what are different type of data types. Sixth, what are docstring and how to write it. And seven, what are the different operations we can perform on the strings. Friends, if you like the content, then please like and subscribe the channel. So let's go to the training. So to install the Python, install directly the Anaconda. We can open the Google. We can write here as a download Anaconda. So here we can open this anaconda.org. So here you can click on the download Anaconda. Now if you do not want to give your email address, that is option. You can click on skip registration. And here you can download. For Windows user, they can click on the 64-bit graphical installer. For Mac, they can click on 64-bit Apple Silicon. And for Linux, they can click on this hyperlink. So once I will install the Anaconda, so Python will automatically be installed. So Python 3.12. So once you click on this, so I clicked on it and the Anaconda is downloaded. So in order to save the time, I downloaded it just before the session. So here it downloaded and Anaconda, and if I go to open that where it is downloaded, so here it is downloaded. So in order to install the same, you can double click on the same. So this is the Anaconda setup will open. You can click on next, you can click on I agree, you can click on just me, then next. You can see the path where you want to install. Then Anaconda is already installed in my path, so that's why it is giving me this message. But in your case, it will not give this message. You can okay, you can do the next and then can perform the install. So I am just putting this Anaconda session. So the another important thing is that while you are installing the Anaconda, then you need to click on the options to add the environment variable and register for Python. So these are the options which will install the Python and will add your Anaconda in the system variables, so that it will help whenever you want to open any of the let's say Jupyter notebook. So accordingly it will open. So we will be using here as a Jupyter notebook. So we do have the different IDs also. So here if you see that we have these IDs, VS Code, PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook. We do have the other IDs as well. So if you go to the Google and if you click here, what are different IDs available to run Python? So these are the different IDs available. So I will use the VS Code and the Jupyter Notebook majorly to showcase the use case. So these are the IDs. Okay. So now we go back to the agenda. Anaconda installed, and the Python is also installed with the Anaconda, and we can see that how it is installed in the Windows and the Mac laptop. As per the agenda, the third topic is what are the variables and how to find its physical address on RAM. So for this, let me just go to Paint and we'll discuss in detail about the variables. So whenever we type any variable, so if I go to my command prompt, once you type the Python, then this interpreter will open. So here if you type the x equal to 5, so it will give the, once you print it, it will give the 5 as an output. So where this the 5 is stored, so this 5 is stored onto the RAM, from where it access once we click on the print based on its physical address. So let's say that this is your RAM and this is the x variable. So we store the value on the RAM with particular address. So x is the kind of address and 5 is the value which we are storing onto this address 5. So once we type the print keyword, so it is stored on the RAM in the memory. So this is the one of the most important concept. So let's say that if I am writing something, print x, so it is giving the value 5. So 5, that is if I correlate with our daily day-to-day life, right, with a human body as well. So the 5 that is stored in our brain. So similarly in computer, the 5 is stored something on the RAM. And this data is stored somewhere with the X, known as variable. Now every problem that you want to solve, then it will be a function. So let's say that preparing a coffee is one function, picking up mobile phone is one function. Everything what you are doing is functionality. As without this, nothing works. So similarly in the computer world also, everything is happening as one function. Here the print, which we are passing it with some argument, let's say X. So this is also one of the function, print function, through which we are returning out the value. So if you store any file in memory, then there is a function. Let's say that I have a RAM of 16 GB, and similarly the 5 is one of the value that I want to store in it. So in assembly language programming also, equal is also a kind of programming where it stores the value 5. So this action is equal to call the function. So equal is also a function which memorize the variable function. So when we call it, it returns output. Okay, so our action is to call function, and through this we get the desired output. So this is how, everything what we do, that is a part of function. So X is data, but do you really know the physical address? So in order to know the physical address, there is a one keyword for the same. So if we go here and if we type ID of X, so here it will give the physical address. Now whenever it finds X, then it provides the output as 5. So it works on the concept that is REPL, that is the read, evaluate, print and loop. REPL, read, evaluate, print and loop. So in command prompt we call it as REPL. So whenever you hit any statement, then it does not wait for next, but it print for existing one, and is called this the live interpreter. Topic, variables, and how to find the physical address on RAM. So this is done. What are the assignment operator? That is we assign the value to a variable. So that is done. Now the fifth topic in the agenda is what are different data types. So in order to open the Jupyter notebook, you can type like Jupyter notebook. So this will open the Jupyter notebook. So here the Jupyter notebook opens. So you can click on new, click on notebook. So you can click on always start with preferred kernel, Python 3. So this is the Jupyter notebook open. We can do our coding here in order to understand it. As per agenda, that is the integer. So let's say sun equal to 5. So here passed as a integer. So if I in case if I want to check what is the data type for this, type f sun. So here you can see that this is an integer data type. Now the second one is string. In case if I pass, let's say win equal to let's say Vijay, and if I pass it in a single quote, so we can use a single quote or as a double quote for this string. And if I enter this, and if I do the type win, so you can click on the shift and enter. So this will give you the output. So here it is giving the string. str is string. Now let's go to the third one for the float. Let's say that z equal to 5.4, and if I enter this, and if I see the type of z, so here it is giving the float. So this is the data type float. And the next one is list. So let's say that if I am passing like bat equal to or brad equal to, and I can pass some inputs, post, SMTP. So this is the input that I am passing to the list. And here if you see that these are the positions, post as 0, SMTP as 1. So these are the index position. So if I shift enter, and if I see the type of Brad, so you can see that this is a list data type. So this is how we can see that what are the different data types are there, and how we can define it and to get it output. Okay. What are the docstring and how to write it? So for this, what we can do, we can just open the Visual Studio now, another IDE. I'm using Oracle VirtualBox, and inside the Oracle VirtualBox, let me open the Visual Studio Code. So in the Visual Studio Code, you can open your folder just by going to the file, open folder. So here I have created one folder, Python training, and inside this, for demo purpose, I have kept these two files. One is the strings.py, another is the variables.py. So if I do the ls, this is the strings.py and the variable.py. So if you look for the docstring, so docstring are, we can The notation for the docstring is with the single quotes, single triple quotes, and with the inverted quotes. The purpose for the docstring is it helps the end user or the developer in order to know the reason, in order to know the purpose of the code. So let's say if there is any function or any class is defined. So based on the docstring, any new developer who has started working on the code, so he will get the idea, the main reason behind the function and the classes. Or the end user who has started looking for the code customer level, so he will also be aware of the purpose for the function or class for which the docstring has been defined. So in order to define the docstring, this is the format. So you can mention like this is a multi-line comment or docstring used to define a function purpose, can be a single or double quotes, and inside the double quotes we can define the more detail about the docstring for which the purpose, for which the function or class we use, like variable rules. So we have the variable names are case sensitive, name and name are different variables. Another one is must start with a letter or an underscore, then can have numbers but cannot start with one. So this is how we can use the docstring. Now another topic in the agenda is to perform a different operations on the strings. So for this, I have prepared this demo file. So this file will be available in the description box below in the GitHub link so that you can download the same and can do the practice. So starting from this, so here the name is one of the variable which is defined with a string Brad. Then age, this is one of the integer, that is 37. Now first operation that I am performing is concatenate. So here the print function is used, and here the string that is used as hello. My name is, and I used here plus symbol as it symbolized for the concatenate name, and I am plus str age. So here str age is, we have done the typecasting. So in case if you use directly age, so it throws the error. So in order to avoid the error, we need to perform the typecasting because concatenation can be performed only string with the string. String and int will throw the error, and the output that it will give like hello, my name is Brad and I am 37. So we'll execute this entire strings.py file and we'll correlate our output. So this will be the same output that you will receive in the script output. So another way of representation of string in the print function where we are assigning the variable. So this is with the format. In the format we have used the name and age. So name is something which is coming from here, which defined at the top, Brad, and age is something which is defined here as 37. So it will assign the values, left hand side name will assign the value to this name, and it will print the output like my name is Brad and I am 37. So this will be the output. Now moving to the next, this is the another way of representation of the print function, which is mostly used by the developer while doing the development. And this will give the output, hello, my name is Brad and I am 37. So this is very simple. Here we are not using any format and neither we are doing the typecasting. We are simply using the variable name inside the curly bracket and age inside the curly bracket. Then moving next, this is the string method. So I have for demo purpose, I have used s equal to hello world. Now in order to perform the operation on this, the s, the first one is the capitalized string, print s dot capitalize. So this will give the first letter in the caps, hello world. Then make all uppercase. It will give all the letters in the uppercase. So it will give the hello world. Make all lower. So it will give the output as lower because our string is in the lower. So output will also be in the lower. Swap case. So in case if we are giving the small letter, then it will swap to the caps. In case if we give the caps, then it will give the small letter. Get length. So it will give the length of the hello world. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 characters are there inside the hello world. So the length will be counted as 10. Replace s.replace world with everyone. So the output will be hello everyone. Here in this string if you see, the world is replaced with the everyone. Moving next count. Here sub equal to h. Print s.count sub. So it will count that how many h are present inside the hello world. So there is only one h present. So the count is 1. In case if we talk about for L, then there the count of L is 3. So output it will give 3. So but in my case, as per the use case h, it will give only the one count. Then it is asking that this starts with s dot starts with, so it will give the output in boolean. So yes, it is starting with hello, so it will give like true. Then the next one is s dot ends with d, so hello world. The last character is D, so it will also give the output as true. Split into a list. Now, if you see here, this is hello world, a single string, so there will be only one index. In case if there is a space after the hello world, then it kept in the another index in a list. So once you use the split function, then it will split the output and it will give you the output like this. Hello world. The next one is find position. So here s dot find r. So if you see the position here, so it will give, you can start with the 0, 0 with the h, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So r is at the 7th position. Now the next one is that is all alphanumeric? Yes, the alphabets are there. So it is true. The next one is if all alphabetic? Yes, all the alphabets are there. That is also true. And the next one is all numeric. So we do have only the characters. So there will be no numeric. So it will be false. So this is the output which it will produce. So now I will execute this script, Python 3. So in order to execute the script, you can use the Python 3. Then variables, strings.py. So you see this is the output. And if you match the output, the first one is hello, my name is Brad and I am 37. So it will give the same output. Then my name is Brad and I am 37. This is the second output it gives. The third one is hello, my name is Brad and I am 37. So this is the same output. Then in the capitalize, the first letter it will change into the caps H. So yes, it is changing the caps H. Then in the making all uppercase. So here it is making in all uppercase. Then make all lower. So yes, it is making all lower. Then swap case, in case if all the letters are in small, so it will swap it to the cap. In case if the input is in caps, then it gives the small. So here it swap to the caps. The next one is to get the length. So we count the character of the hello world. So these are 10. So the output is 10. Then replace. So the world is replaced with the everyone. So the output is hello everyone. Then sub count 1. So we count it for the H. So the output is 1. So here the output is 1. Then ends with true. So it is also true. Split into a list. Hello world. So this is also a hello world with a single index. Then find R. So R position at 7. So this is 7. Then is alphanumeric true? Yes, true. Is alphabetic true? Yes, true. And finally, is all numeric false? So it's false. So once we executed the Python script, it given the same output what I written. So this is how we can test our strings and we can perform the different operations on the string. So going back to the agenda. So in the today's session, we covered how to install the Python in Windows Mac laptop, then how to download Anaconda in Windows Mac laptop, then what are the variables and how to find its physical address on RAM, what are the assignment operators, what are different data types, what are docstring and how to write it, and how to perform a different operation on string. So that is it for today. If you like the content, please like and subscribe my channel. And click on the bell button so that you will get all the latest update on the training. Thank you.